The first 30 seconds of this video reveal everything you are about to experience, because we are diving deep into why Mortal Kombat did not just become a popular fighting game in the 1990s, but instead exploded into a global shockwave of controversy, fear, fascination, censorship, and cultural change. As we uncover how realistic violence, shocking fatalities, secret characters, arcade rumors, angry parents, confused politicians, and rebellious gamers all collided to transform a single arcade cabinet into one of the most infamous and influential video games of all time. So stay until the end, because what started as a simple fighting game ended up changing gaming history forever. In the early 1990s, the gaming world looked colorful, friendly, and mostly safe. Dominated by cartoon plumbers, speedy and family living rooms where games were considered toys. And then Mortal Kombat arrived like a thunderbolt from another dimension, dragging blood, sweat, bones, and fear straight into arcades and homes, instantly separating itself from every other game by daring to show something that felt forbidden. Realistic violence performed by digitized human characters that looked disturbingly real compared to the pixels gamers were used to seeing. Mortal Kombat shocked the world because it did not look like a game. It looked like a secret martial arts movie playing inside an arcade machine with real actors scanned into the game. Stiff movements that somehow made the violence feel heavier. And a dark atmosphere that felt more like an underground fighting tournament than a colorful video game. And this alone was enough to draw massive crowds of curious teenagers who had never seen anything like it before. But the real explosion happened when players discovered the fatalities, because Mortal Kombat did not simply allow you to defeat your opponent. It encouraged you to humiliate and destroy them in the most outrageous ways imaginable, ripping spines out, burning bodies to ashes, freezing enemies before shattering them into pieces. And doing it all with a dramatic announcer shouting phrases that felt illegal to hear in a public space, turning every victory into a spectacle that demanded an audience. Arcades became chaotic social arenas where crowds gathered not to play but to watch, whisper, and react as rumors spread faster than facts, with kids telling each other about secret moves, hidden characters, forbidden codes, and mysterious glitches, creating an almost mythological aura around Mortal Kombat that made it feel dangerous and powerful, as if simply knowing its secrets made you part of a secret club. Parents were horrified, not just because of the violence, but because Mortal Kombat was clearly designed to appeal to their children. And this clash between childish entertainment and adult brutality created panic, outrage, and headlines, with news programs showing clips of the game while questioning how something so violent could be sold to kids, turning Mortal Kombat into a household name, even among people who had never touched a controller. Politicians soon entered the arena, and suddenly a video game was being discussed in government hearings, with senators pointing fingers at Mortal Kombat as evidence that games were corrupting youth, promoting violence and destroying morals. And while the accusations were dramatic, they had real consequences, because Mortal Kombat became one of the main reasons the video game industry created a rating system, forever changing how games would be marketed and sold. What made Mortal Kombat even more shocking was how unapologetic it was, because instead of backing down, the developers leaned into the controversy, making the violence more extreme, the characters more iconic, and the secrets more enticing, transforming every complaint into free advertising and every ban into a badge of honor, which only made players want it more. The home console wars added fuel to the fire, because different versions of Mortal Kombat offered different levels of violence, with one famously removing blood while another kept it intact through a secret code, turning blood itself into a selling point and forcing parents and kids alike to learn about cheat codes, censorship, and corporate decisions just to experience the game the way it was meant to be played. Mortal Kombat also shocked the world by creating characters that felt instantly legendary. Fighters like Scorpion and Sub-Zero, who became icons not through long stories, but through visual design, mysterious powers, and unforgettable moves, making them feel like ancient warriors pulled from dark mythology rather than simple game characters. And this sense of lore without explanation made fans obsess, speculate, and imagine entire histories long before story modes became standard. The sound design played a huge role in this impact, because every punch, scream, and fatal blow felt exaggerated and uncomfortable. And the iconic phrases echoed in players' minds long after leaving the arcade, making Mortal Kombat something you did not just play but experienced. like a forbidden event that left a mark on your memory. Even the controversies surrounding Mortal Kombat became part of its legend, as bands' edited versions and Moral Panic only confirmed that this was not a normal game, but something powerful enough to scare adults, influence laws, and dominate. Pop culture-inspiring movies, merchandise, comics, and endless debates about whether games could be art, danger, or both. What truly shocked the world, however, was how Mortal Kombat proved that gamers were hungry for something darker, more intense, and less sanitized, showing the industry that players wanted emotion, adrenaline, and shock value, even if it made people uncomfortable. And this realization opened the door for more mature games, darker stories, and creative risks that would define future generations of gaming. Looking back, Mortal Kombat was not just a violent game from the 90s. It was a cultural turning point that challenged society's perception of video games, exposed the generational gap between players and parents, and forced the world to take gaming seriously, whether it wanted to or not, and that is why decades later its impact still echoes through every mature-rated game released today. If you enjoyed this deep dive into gaming history and want more videos that explore the shocking, funny, and hidden stories behind legendary games, make sure to subscribe to the channel, leave a comment sharing your first Mortal Kombat memory, and share this video with fellow retro gaming fans so the legend can continue to live on.